Welcome everyone to our community-hosted event, The Road Ahead. We've got an exciting presentation planned today. We're only covering two topics. We welcome our Senior Product Manager Justin Kammerer to talk about the new harsh safety events. Then we have one of our Senior Product Marketing Managers, Jaime, to talk about Go Focus Plus in a part 2 from last month, going over video coaching. This is going to be very informative. We've got a lot of information to share with you, but we want to give you the opportunity to ask your questions. So after each section, we'll stop for a brief Q&A. And so if you have any questions as we're going throughout the presentation, just put those in the question function. If you put them in the chat, we might miss them in there. So make sure you use that question function to ask all the questions you have. Any questions that we don't get a chance to answer today live on the call, we will record those and follow up with a post in the community answering all of those questions for you. If you have any coworkers that are unable to attend today, no worries. We are recording this session and we'll share it with you all in a follow-up email early next week. So if you have anybody stuck in a meeting or something right now, no worries. This is going to be recorded and sent out. Or if you want to watch it again and come up with some more questions, feel free to post those questions in the community as you watch them. So without any further delay, let's welcome Justin to talk about the new harsh safety events.
Hey, thank you so much for bringing me on and letting me present. Hopefully everybody's having a good day. If you want to know what I'm going as, it's a zookeeper. My son, he's 2. He'll be going as a monkey, and it'll be my job to keep him in line while he's running around and trying to eat as much candy as possible that a 2-year-old can. I'm here to talk about the new safety events for Go devices. This is something I'm pretty excited about. Some previous road aheads, some of you may remember me teasing that this was a thing that we were working on. And if anybody was at Connect, you may have heard me mention that, hey, this was a thing that we were working on. I had one of my developers on stage and I asked him, hey, when is this going to be done? And he said, oh gosh, I don't know, by the end of the year. I said, great. And so everybody here, you heard that, committed to it. End of the year, we will have this done. Here we are. And we're about in November, and November is when we're launching this new initiative. So very excited to show you guys this today. So pain points that you might have with setting up safety events with Geotab. Sometimes maybe some of you may find it frustrating or time consuming to set up different safety rules for different types of assets because you have a mixed fleet. You might have some private passenger vehicles. You might also have some heavy duty trucks. You might have a lot of different types of assets in your fleet. And as a result, you've got to set up multiple rules, and that requires you to set up extra tracking tools, maybe extra scorecards to balance all these rules. And then that's a lot. It's not easy. And then sometimes you ever run into an issue where you hit a pothole going into the office and the device registers an event, and it wasn't really an event. It's the pothole leading to your office. If any of these problems are issues that this is going to be a valuable session for all of you. The new safety events at Geotab. We're using some more data points in order to help you get better information around acceleration, braking, and cornering. And we also now have a standardized rule for speeding. What does this mean? It means a lot of things. The first thing is you don't have to be an expert in safety to be safe utilizing these new rules. So that they're automatically calibrated to your asset. I have customers that I've talked to that will drive around the parking lot, slamming on the brakes, trying to determine, is that enough G-forces? Is that too little? In order to determine, hey, is this what we should do for an event? No more of that. No more needing to set these up. You turn them on and they work, and they auto-calibrate based on each individual asset. Take your VIN number, we'll decode it, and we'll set tolerances for you. All you have to do is drive. Turn them on, they work. They're more accurate with less false positives. The precision that we found with these events is very high, in the 90s. That's really good. So what does that mean? It means that if we register an event, it's an event. It means that you don't have to worry about when you're trying to coach your employees on what is or what isn't. You can just show them, hey, these were some of the events that Geotab found. If you're using cameras, whether that's one of our partner cameras or one of our cameras, and you're using these events, you'll have a better overall outcome because you'll be recording events that you can trust a little bit better. So that's great. Easy to set up, less false positives. These are the events that are tied to our collision risk page. So for those of you that are using predictive risk with Geotab, now you can show your employees, hey, this is what led to this. And here's some areas of opportunity that you can work on. If you're using Geotab Vitality, these are the events that power Geotab Vitality. This is all just good stuff. And it makes it so that all you have to do is drive and we'll give you some results. The rules are located in the rules page. Just makes sense. All you have to do is turn them on and they start to work. So that sounds pretty easy. Almost like it's too good to be true. Like, Justin, it feels like I should have to do other things. You really don't. Right here, we're in a database that has the new rules active. They're all on right now. As you can see, you just turn them on and you can go. If you're using cameras, you can set it up so that you can also upload video for these new events and as part of the experience, which is really exciting. Then you can go into collision risk. The page is risk analytics, but we're changing it soon to collision risk because this page is designed to help you identify your collision risk. Then what you're able to do is say, all right, I have some folks that I need to coach, so I can maybe investigate the events that are associated with it. And you click on it, boom, bring you to these new events. And then from there, you can explore the events a little bit more and show this driver, hey, this is how you can best work on this particular aspect of your driving. It takes away a lot of the guesswork. You don't have to just start mulling through endless number of events to determine, is this a lot? Is this a little? It's the whole package simplified. Look for who's high risk, find reasons that you want to coach them on, investigate the events, and then you can start coaching them on those individual events. It's a really great way for those folks that are at maybe in their journey with safety that they're saying, you know what, I want to take the next step. This is what the next step would be. Now, if you want to take even more steps as far as going from predictive safety, which is what we're talking about right here with these new events, to active safety, well, in a minute, Jaime's going to talk to you a little bit more about that next step in our additive approach for safety. And Ishi, we'd keep it short and sweet.
Awesome. Hey, that's what we'd like to hear. So we did have a couple questions that came in. And for any of you that didn't see, I know there's some questions about when this is rolling out. This is November. November, this will come in. So if you looked in your database right away, say, hey, where are these rules at? This will come in November. So you won't see them yet. So
yeah, let me give you guys some better dates too. So we have, not a beta. Let me lead with that. These events we've been testing and working on for quite some time. We just haven't made them visible in MyGeotab. So I know a lot of you are used to Geotab saying like, all right, the beta rolls out on this date, and then the full thing rolls out on that date. That's not what this is. We've been testing these for quite a while. We've done betas with other customers. What we're doing starting next week is we're rolling it out to some of our early adopter customers that have signed up, and then the week later in November, so this would be probably around the week of the 17th, should be about when you should start seeing it in your databases popping up.
Awesome. Thanks for that additional information, Justin. So John asks, is this, working with the regular Go device? You don't need like any upgraded. This is just something that you can do, with the equipment that you have today, right?
Yeah, great question. Absolutely. This is, if you have a Go device and you love it and you're using Geotab and you like that too, then you're good to go. You don't need to buy anything else. All you got to do is turn them on. Now, they will be in the off position when we roll them out because we don't want to disrupt any workflows for anybody. So if maybe you have union agreements or HR policies that are already in place, we don't want to disrupt your workflows by just turning safety stuff on. It could cause problems. So these will be in the default off position. I believe John was the person that asked that question. If you've got a Go device in there and you switch it on, they'll start to work.
Awesome. So about both the rules, so these old rules, they can still run the old rules while the new rules are running, correct?
Absolutely. So we have some customers so the new rules, they auto calibrate, like I said. We have a lot of customers that have said to me for years, Justin, I have absolutely no idea what to set to these, and the sliding bar just kind of confuses me. So these do that thinking for you. However, we have a lot of other customers that have said, for reasons that we really like the rules that we currently have. We may have some safety experts on site, or maybe we have unique assets. Like some of our vehicles are very bespoke, and we've determined like, hey, these are the tolerances that we want for these types of vehicles. Or again, you might have a union agreement that specifically says like this, it must be, therefore that's what we're going to do. Whatever your reason is, if you would like to continue to use the old rules, you can certainly do that. But we would really encourage you to use the new rules because you will find a better overall experience utilizing the new rules.
Awesome. All right, so I'll do one or two more questions. We do have some more here. So, yeah, Kaylin asked, how does this work with OEM subscriptions, limited data sets, like no active live tracking?
No, great question. So today, the new rules are only, and by the way, the document the short presentation that I sent that we showed, it actually has some FAQs and some additional information. So if I don't get to your question, it might be in the FAQs or it might be in some of the additional information. So just a heads up on that, because this is one of the FAQs that's on there. Right now, OEM is not part of these. However, we are working with OEMs to include their information on there. So that is something that we are actively working on, and hopefully at a soon to be road ahead, I'll be able to give you a little bit more information about how that's going to work.
Awesome. Well, hey, we look forward to that, definitely. So one question, maybe to clarify what you spoke about earlier. So is there any configuration in addition to activating the rules that needs to be done on the assets so that the rule determines the unit type in rule sensitivity?
No, absolutely none. All you have to do is turn it on and then we'll do the rest for you. Your vehicle sends us a bunch of data. We'll look at it, figure out what kind of vehicle that you have, and automatically calibrate it based on that asset.
Well, hey, this is really cool. I'm excited for this. I'm sure our attendees are very excited for this. Thanks for your time today, Justin, and we'll see you next time on the road ahead.
Thank you guys. Happy Halloween.
Yes, happy Halloween. All right, so let's get into our next presentation from Jaime about Go Focus. Hey, Jaime.
Hey guys, thanks for having me back. Just topping off on Justin's presentation on that last question. It does definitely help, and we do want you to make sure to go back and make sure your groups are set and that your vehicle classifications are correct, making use of our VIN decoder and things like that. But that definitely does help us make sure that we're giving the right sensitivities and the rules are tuned to your correct vehicle. So with that, definitely keep your eyes out for that. The new rules are exciting, and hopefully you'll get a theme of our overall messaging and safety solution that all of these things are really additive in nature. So those rules that Justin mentioned definitely do play a part in our new AI dash cam and video coaching platform, which we're going to talk about today. Hopefully you guys were with us last month, so I'm going to kind of fly through some of the hardware early stuff that we covered last month. I will give a quick review, but my hope is really to actually show you guys it in action in MyG, where the real insights come from. So with that, again, just a kind of quick intro about the hardware, the technology. This first slide really covers, the pain points that you guys probably know better than me in terms of the rising costs and the rising number of distractions for your drivers that are going on the road. And the good news is on the far right that, the solutions and AI dash cams we're going to show you today have a significant impact in reducing those collisions, reducing your risk, and ultimately reducing the cost behind it. Since you guys are on here today and love Geotab and our existing customers, you know this, but I'll just kind of top off on it that, we really grew for the past 25 years on the telematics side. That's our expertise, our bread and butter. But now moving into the video, we're bringing the best of both worlds, bringing our expertise from the telematics side, and now bringing additional insights that video allows us to add to our original insights. And that kind of takes me to this slide. So again, best of both worlds. You guys should be familiar with all the great telematics and insights that come from our Go device on the left-hand side. You know, the ABCs, the near collisions, some maintenance insights that we provide. And again, the power of actually adding video and these new AI dash cams is bringing those two solutions together so that you can use the great insights from telematics and bringing in the more insight or context that video brings. Including, you know, the ADAS and DMS AI models of swerving, stop signs, the in-cab alerts of folks actually being distracted, whether that be drinking or smoking or eating or being on the phone. So again, the power of the true solution is when you guys are using both sides of the slide, and I'll show you kind of how you can kind of take advantage of those in the UI here shortly. To summarize it, you know, these tools are really meant to kind of address those four main issues that you guys as fleets face in terms of safety, really reducing claims and insurance premiums, aiding driver training and making sure your drivers are driving as safe as they can, really, you know, keeping them happy, showing the information, not only being punitive using these new solutions, but also encouraging and rewarding and recognizing when they're doing good behaviors and driving safely. That third kind of pillar is defending potential litigation. So one of the main use cases of AI dash cams is really to have that video footage to show that your drivers weren't at fault. They were doing the right thing, and some guy probably pulled in front of them, and he had to slam on his brakes because not giving proper distance or actually getting into a collision, which leads to that last column is really the main cost driver of, you know, downtime, having drivers out due to health or injuries, and then just the cost of repairs to the actual physical units of your fleet. Summarizing kind of the Go Focus Plus difference, it really is about removing friction, making it easy on you guys to get those additional insights, whether that be through the quick installation process or kind of those tying together those telematics. Really providing real intelligence. So one of the themes hopefully you guys hear throughout my presentation today is it's really cutting through the noise. You know, for the fleet managers who are super busy during their day, they have their day-to-day. They really need to make sure operations are going while still making sure their fleets and their drivers are safe. And we kind of make it easy on both ends for them so that they can still do their day-to-day, but have the tools to quickly access, you know, the drivers' behaviors, events that they need to train. If, you know, I don't know about you guys, but if you have fleet managers or you have time in a day to watch, you know, 4,000 videos, we provide those videos. But again, we're really cutting through the noise, showing you those main drivers, main behaviors that need to be coached. And we'll show that here in the UI, and then always keeping that driver centric piece into it. So another theme, hopefully you hear and I show you, is kind of like, again, it's not always about the carrot, or it's more about the carrot than the stick. This is really for their benefit, driver exoneration. They're doing the right things that they need to do, and having that video, but also giving the information to kind of self-correct. One of the nice features of the camera and AI dash cams is we are running these models on edge right on the camera so that we can give that instant feedback. The example I use, and I'm going to try not to use third person as much as I can so it doesn't become a Seinfeld episode, but in the situation where Jaime is called into the fleet manager's office and he says, Jaime, you're a terrible driver, my first reaction is typically going to be, I'm a great driver, prove it to me. And in past with telematics, it showed great things, but it didn't give all the insights or all the context that is needed. Yeah, we could tell you Jaime slammed on his brakes, but again, was it due to Jaime slamming on his brakes because someone cut him off, or was it because Jaime was on his phone and drinking and not paying attention, so he had to slam on his brakes? So always keeping the driver in mind, giving them the information to self-correct, so that, you know, they don't have to be called into that fleet manager's office. And for the most part, you know, all these drivers, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get home safe. They want to drive safe. Sometimes they just need that quick reminder of, hey, when your wife calls you on the phone, don't answer it. There's time after you're off the clock or not on the road to call her back. I mentioned, you know, ADAS and DMS, so advanced driver assistance systems. These AI dash cams are bringing in cabin cameras, so allowing us to kind of see both what's going on in the road in terms of ADAS situations as well as DMS. We'll share some of the real live videos here shortly. I do want to call out these last two ones, near collision, really being able to identify and coach drivers that are susceptible to near collisions before it's too late. And then defensive driving, again, not only punishing folks or telling drivers when they're doing something bad, but also recognizing when they do something right. When that guy pulls in front of Jaime, I slow down and give the proper tailgating distance between us. So the camera, nice thing, does send those verbal alerts. It will actually say, won't say good job, but it will give a verbal alert, recognizing that I did the right thing and slowed down and gave proper distance. Same thing with driver monitoring systems, a wide range of AI models. We'll provide the full list for you guys. The typical ones, phone usage, seatbelt, eating and drinking, but I also want to call out the repeat offender. This is kind of a differentiator, and using our computer vision and our AI models, we are able to differentiate, like I mentioned, the good driver who, hey, once in a while he gets that phone call, he picks it up, he gets that verbal reminder, and then, he's driving safe for weeks and months, versus that guy who is on the phone, and I've seen some crazy videos, I'm sure you guys have as well, the guy on the phone without his shirt, cutting his nails, getting verbal alerts 5 to 10 times, and he yelling at the camera, yeah, I'll put my phone down. Those are kind of the drivers that we're probably going to need to take a little additional coaching, bring them in, have a little one-on-one session to, kind of help them drive better and change their behaviors. I'm going to quickly fly through some of these slides. I'm going to get to the hardware side of things and then again get into the MyG thing. We do like to say the hardware, there are some features and benefits. There are some nice capabilities, the easy installation, the auto pairing with our Go devices, the self-calibration, no more taking out measuring sticks when you're installing it to make sure, height off the ground and the offset of the windshield. That's all being done by AI. Once again, kind of making it easy, getting it up and running, quick and easy to give you guys the insights right away. A couple more other nice features of the actual hardware that differentiate it from other cameras in the market. Both the in-cabin and road-facing cameras are independently adjustable. So when you are installing it, it allows us, using our video app, to really dial in the ADAS models and the DMS models to make sure we're giving the proper insights, reducing those false positives, which is kind of the main benefit of our hardware piece of things. Again, hopefully you guys saw my presentation last month. We went more in depth on the hardware side, and I think for everyone, we're just going to jump into MyG and actually show it in action. While I switch over screens, Ishi, are there any questions that have popped up that we should take care of?
Yeah, we can go over one. So one that I think this has come up before, but can the in-cab features be turned off? Is this something that is toggleable?
Absolutely. Great question. So yeah, there are some in-cabin features to kind of provide privacy. I know that's an oxymoron when we're talking about bringing a camera in the in-cabin and recording drivers, but definitely there are options to quickly turn those off. These features, actually, the in-cabin and the microphone are actually auto default off when we ship these, so these need to be turned on, but there are additional features that can kind of enhance the privacy or security. There are lens cap covers for that in-cabin. If you have a sleeper cab and the driver wants to make sure, hey, while I'm sleeping, no one's watching me. So there are additional quick and easy features, whether they be hardware or software, within the settings to enable and disable this very quickly.
Awesome. And I'll give you one more now that we're just on hardware before I let you get back to it. We had Steve asking about if you have any information about the GoFocus Plus capabilities for assigning drivers via NFC or RFID.
Very cool. Yeah, we will cover that here quickly and within the UI. And I will just say while the question came up, super cool technology, but I think I'm going to show you something even cooler that hopefully, in my mind, actually eliminates the need for NFCs and RFIDs. So stay tuned for that. We'll show you that here quickly. But great question. There is the capability right on the hardware to chip in using your NFC or RFID to do that driver assignment. But stay tuned. We'll show you a little AI thing here that will do it even easier because, as you guys probably know better than me, drivers aren't always remember to chip in, chip out. This is kind of eliminating that again, making it super easy for them do their jobs. They drive. You guys do your fleet manager jobs and let the insights leave it to Geotab.
All right, I'll let you get back to it and I'll be back.
Yeah, great. Thanks. And there's more information in the slides that we will send afterwards in regards to specific capabilities of the NFC and what is required and which channels we cover. So now looking at MyG, I'm going to cover several different pages. And I do want to call out, this is an internal database, so some of the things might not show what I'm trying, but I hope to explain it. And some, as you guys probably have experienced, due to this acquisition, there is still a lot of integration going on. So there are some duplications. There are some things that kind of go against my whole theme of making it easy, but the integration and the experience will be getting better over the next couple of weeks and months. And the cool thing about the acquisition is it's making my job even harder. The slides that I send you, this team is building things so fast that we can't even keep it up. So stay tuned, but we'll show you some of these things. And I hope to show some of the difference, what you will see today and what is coming in the future. So with that, I'm kind of going to go right into it. So for those that aren't aware, there have been some changes to our left-hand navigation, and some more will be coming. A lot more information will be coming in, our Partner Dispatch, What's New, MyG blog, but specific to Go Focus Plus and video coaching and video in general for any dash cams. Our previous page used to be called Video Center, and then we went to video recordings. It's hard to see, but take my word for it. Now there's just one central location for video. So whether that's Go Focus Plus or any of your other cameras, all video related stuff will be found here. I'm going to show you really quick. This is our old current video recordings page. All events will be shown here. So no matter what camera you guys are using or your customers are using, all video will be shown here. There will be a different video experience, and hopefully you guys will see that here shortly. But just want to call out, this is video recordings. This is where you will see all your events. If you happen to be a mixed fleet piloting Go Focus Plus, have some other of our marketplace cameras today. This will be where you kind of see that centralized location. Do want to call out a few things. And again, this is old versus new. Look how cool and look how fast Geotab is creating and innovating. This is your current user experience. Not the greatest. You'll notice, no video. It's static images. You have to double click to actually get into information. To get the video, you'll have to play it. I will say I have a Go Focus, our original road-facing only camera, and I love to come look at videos, and it says Jaime's tailgating. I come to the video, and sadly, I don't even see a car in front of me, and I'm like, how was I tailgating? Unfortunately, it's a 40-second video. You have to run, watch to the end, and then, oh yeah, Jaime was tailgating, but it's not quick and easy. You have to watch that full 40 seconds. So with that being said, that's current experience. I'm going to move now down to our events page, which this events page is specific to Go Focus Plus. I do know that early on, again, this is just kind of growing pains and part of the integration process. I do know some customers haven't seen these pages over the past couple of weeks. These are being auto-enabled now, and the key here, which we'll cover a couple times, is you must be using driver assignment for video coaching. Where previous, in our Geotab platform, if you were just managing at the asset level, we really need to get down to the driver level, because if Jaime and Justin is sharing a car and hey, we say, one of them, this car was speeding. Was it Jaime who's the best driver, or was it Justin who likes to speed? So again, the more we can clarify, add a driver assignment to these trips, the more better insights that you're getting. That's a horrible vocabulary, but the better insights you will get. So hopefully I went to this new page right off the bat. Hopefully you guys can see some changes, but I will call them out. Some slick navigation, some easy to kind of go through rules. If you have interest in focusing on specific insights, like, hey, I just want to focus on tailgating, some quick, easy buttons to choose and from to actually get the view that you want. Also, as I mentioned previously, static image. I think those were black and white. I'm not sure which camera that was coming from, but hopefully you guys can see the crystal clarity of the video and no need to double click or download. You can see the video right here. Also, this video, if you want to go into the video and get the full before and after, you know, those same 40 seconds that Jaime was complaining about, they are available. But again, to make this quick and seamless and easy for the fleet manager who have a lot of things to do, we take you right to that aha moment. We're calling it smart sequence, and basically it is that moment where Jaime can't argue with the fleet manager that he was tailgating or he was riding right up against this white vehicle in front of me. So again, no more downloading. Right in the vignette, you get to see those quick 2 seconds that matter most, both for the driver to understand, yeah, hey, I was speeding, I was tailgating, as well as, you know, just the efficiency of getting right to it. Another thing I want to call out that you didn't see on that other page are these yellow boxes. We call them bounding boxes. And this is just part of the AI that is being run. It's also very small. You won't be able to see it. But what these bounding boxes are doing is kind of addressing that issue that I mentioned. Hey, there's not even a car on the road. Or, hey, is this tailgating AI event trigger model really talking about the blue Honda on the right side of me and not the one in front of me? So these bounding boxes are confirming, hey, when we are actually saying, Jaime, you're tailgating, this is the vehicle that we are, and a lot more information provided, again, right at your fingertips. Hard to see, but it actually provides time to collision in terms of speed as well as time and distance. So again, no more arguing from Jaime about, hey, I was going to hit this car or not. It shows that in this case, I was 1.24 seconds away, going 68 miles per hour and a duration of 2 seconds. So again, a lot more information right at your fingertips. No more diving, no more hiding. If you want to go double click and get more information, you surely can. I'm not going to show that video. I'm going to actually get some drivers really quick. Sorry about that. I'm going to add some rock flavor to it. So we are adding Jay-Z and Jimi Hendrix and John Bon Jovi, all our worst drivers. Kelly Clarkson, you got to watch her. Mick Jagger, let me quickly apply. Going to quickly add or expand the number of days I'm looking at. So we have a lot of events. And hopefully you guys are familiar with all our filters that are available that can be done by group, by driver, by specific rules, specific time frames. I'm going to add more rules. All right. Again, just back to it. No, it's not. So again, quick and easy, get the access, get that 2-second clip of what you really need. But if you need that additional information, the information is behind. So you can watch this full 30-second clip. If you want to look at the in-cabin, what was going on in the in-cabin, you can quickly flip from road facing to in-cabin. And there is the split screen option as well. So you can see what's going on simultaneously. In terms of, you know, that major theme of making it easy, getting the fleet managers to do with their day-to-day and still have the time to make sure that their fleets are safer. Typically, and you guys know better than me, that, you know, right now I'm showing 12 events. It's based on the number of drivers, the time frame, and the rules that I'm looking at. But if you add all events, these events should go up. You can see that there's thousands of events. You guys know better than me. And the whole point of this demonstration, or what I'm trying to show, is this little button up here. It's called high magnitude only. Again, if the fleet manager has time all day and likes to watch videos and really wants to get into it, all those events are available. But hey, if I only have 5 minutes in my day, I really need to get down to the driver's behaviors events that I really need to coach. That's when I come in here, click this high magnitude. And again, not as dramatic as if I had 1,000 events, but you can see that it's down to 8 events, taking it right down to the most risky drivers, behaviors, and events that the fleet manager needs to address upon. So that's kind of some proprietary things. There are lots of different factors that go into it. I will share you some of it, but it goes into the situation of being able to combine events or add severity in terms of Jaime should never be going 70 miles per hour. Shame on Jaime, you're speeding. But is Jaime speeding on a highway with no one on the road versus Jaime who's speeding in congestion while on the phone? So let me say that again. So this allows you to kind of combine factors or recombine factors to give you the most severe ones that you want to coach up front. And the situation or the example I give is we never want folks to be tailgating, but in the situation where Jaime was distracted on his phone and then tailgating, hey, that's one we really want to coach on. You were distracted. You could have done better. You didn't have to be tailgating, but it was caused due to that distraction. What else do I want to show you guys here? On the rules, so another cool thing that I'm not sure many other folks offer, right in the UI, kind of like I was mentioning, you can combine rules, you can add stipulations, we call it patterns, and just like the example I mentioned, hey, show me all events where Jaime was on his phone and then tailgating. It's bad, Jaime shouldn't be on the phone, but hey, if he's not tailgating, not as bad if it actually caused to a near collision or an actual collision. So today you can kind of do before. Show me events where Jaime was on his phone before he tailgated or while he tailgated, and all the different rules. More patterns will be coming after, before, with. So allows you and your fleet managers again to really dive into those events and behaviors that you want to tackle first. Another similar feature, repeat offenders. So another capability of the AI is we are going through, hey, yes, we want to make sure we're coaching Jaime who looked at his phone once or picked up his phone and then got reminded and then doesn't do it again, versus the guy who I mentioned, shirt off, listening to his radio on his phone, hearing the camera telling him to put his phone down and just not listening. He probably needs a little more coaching and is probably going to be your repeat offender. A lot more pages coming. I think I'm running short on time, so I'm going to fly through some of this. A new cameras page where you can actually go in, get into some settings. If you're just looking for videos specific to this camera or driver, this is another way you can do it. Trips page. I think I covered some of this last month, but I will show it again. Hopefully, or you guys should be familiar with our existing trips page, some nice enhancements. These new enhancements will be kind of cohesive throughout MyG as we continue to integrate the two systems and solutions. This is not a good example. This is a better one. So some quick, nice features. Unlike our old trips experience or on other cameras, you aren't able to kind of do the follow breadcrumb. You aren't getting the video. Right here on the trips page, again, making it simple and easy. You can follow along with the driver. We're giving you that quick snapshot, that synopsis of what's going on. And then these little red buttons are actually events. Again, most folks don't have time to do the breadcrumb and follow the trips. They just want to know, hey, when was Jaime speeding? When was he tailgating? And these little red dots take you right to that. And again, no need to download, no need to go into further. I can watch that quick vignette right here, get all the information I need, whether Brandon was wearing his seatbelt or not. So again, just calling out a little differences. This experience will be coming throughout the MyG platform, but right now it's only available to GoFocus Plus cameras and customers. Moving on to the real sizzle of the solution, this is our new video coaching platform and page. So using all those events, again, if you just want to look at the event view, if you want to go through the event way, you surely can. but this is taking all the pain out, really cutting through the noise, giving that overview, that dashboard, so fleet managers can be most effective. Really quick, some high level fleet level metrics. I'm not sure why that's that. I'm going to skip that. Sorry about that. But like this one is super important and super easy. Events per 1,000 miles. So the intent is when you guys start using this technology, reminding the drivers, subtly or through those verbal alerts that the number of events actually go down. Again, I do want to caution this is an internal database and a lot of done for testing. But what we've seen early on in initial pilots is just bringing in AI dash cameras, letting the drivers know that there's a camera. Hey, the number of events, number of distractions, number of times they're going to go to their phone does go down. Then they actually, turn on those verbal alerts. And again, those good drivers who are relatively safe just need that verbal reminder every now and then. Their events continue to go down. And then when you actually bring in the full solution using video coaching and these recommendations and sessions that I will show you here shortly, then you're getting the kind of the full benefit, and the number of events go way down. We've seen in these early pilots that the number of distraction events can drop as much as 80% right off the bat. Some other high-level quick things on this overview page. There are AI models being run. There's some high-level fleet AI insights here, just what's going on with your fleet over the last week, 30 days, 60 days. That is customizable, whether there's an increase in rolling stops, increase in phone usage. Of course, if they're using our technology, those things will be decreasing. So just, again, some quick level tips for your fleet manager, safety directors that can convey the message to the drivers. Hey, guys, for some reason, we seem to be using our phones more this week. Moving on, so that's the high-level overview. Going into more of the coaching thing, and I do know I am running short on time, so I'm going to quickly go through this. But again, this is all done through AI, using our magnitude, using our severity to identify the driver's behaviors and events that really need to be coached up front. So right here, this is a recommendation, again, all using AI. Hey, we have noticed that Greg has a series of behaviors, events that need to be coached on. When you click on here, you'll notice that it's not just Jaime on his phone always. It's a series of events or patterns or behaviors. Hey, Jaime, you're doing rolling stops. You're on the phone. You're not wearing your seatbelt. Hey, we really need to coach you. We need to drive safer. Again, there's some quick AI tips over here. General ones that go right to the driver, as well as the managers, hopefully helps do that self-correction. Also the ability to send notes back and forth. So again, kind of during your day-to-day, so that Jaime doesn't need to be called into the fleet manager's office. Hopefully it can just be done via, hey, Jaime, look at this videos, self-correct, and a quick, recommendation or quick coaching. You will notice over here up top, it does allow the fleet manager to say, hey, yes, this is an event that I want to coach or not, and create an actual session. And once you actually turn that into a session will come up. It will fall under this active tab, and you can see there's a lot more. And again, this gives the ability to coach. Last but not least, history. So this will kind of show all of the great coaching that your fleet manager, safety directors have had, and hopefully the results show that the collision and risks have gone down. Something we are working on is kind of a reporting feature of this. So to kind of help fleet managers, safety directors, hey, the AI Geotab has kind of recommended 20 drivers be coached. And then the report of, hey, as the fleet manager coach those 20 drivers, has that safety director coach those drivers. Really quick in regards to the ID portion and NFC that I promised. I'm going to quickly go back to events. I do definitely want to call out again, this does require driver assignment, so whether it's done through NFC chip or another method, definitely this is what kind of kicks off the whole solution. But making it easy again on you guys as well as fleet managers, again, the powers of AI. This trip has been assigned to a driver, but if it hadn't, you can quickly click here. It's hard to see, but the AI is recommending, hey, this is the driver we believe, and that is using several different capabilities, whether it's, past trips. Hey, Jaime normally is driving this vehicle from 1 to 3 on Thursdays on the second week, or actually using your, NFC or soon to be AI facial recognition. So this is coming shortly within the next week or two. You guys should start to see this capability in terms of using these AI recommendations in terms of drivers. We will be offering this, that it will be fully not only making recommendations, but if you guys enable this next Smart Driver ID 2.0 version, it will do it automatically for you. So, using computer vision, making sure that we are addressing, identifying the proper drivers, we will go back for any trips that have been missed or the driver forgot to chip in, and we'll make that driver assignment for you guys. Again, feature coming soon. And as always, everything can be enabled, default can be enabled, turned on and turned off. One cool thing I will call out on the AI and driver recognition piece that is coming that differentiate us from some competitors or some other offerings. Similar to, your iPhone or Google phone, when you need to set up your facial recognition for your phone and you have to do that annoying thing of, getting all 360 angles showing Jaime's bald spot, what have you. We are eliminating this. No driver setup, no driver profile. Again, all is being done by computer vision while the driver drives. We do understand, liability, consent, privacy. We will be building tools within the platform to allow your fleets and fleet managers to make sure that, one, the drivers know this is doing, give the proper consent and what have you. With that, I think I'm going to open it up to questions.
Well, thank you for that presentation, Jaime. That was a lot of information. This is really cool to see all this in action. So thanks for doing the demo for us today. I did have a bunch of questions. We'll try to get through as many as we can, but we will answer all of these in the community after this event sometime next week, probably early next week. All right, so I had a first question of live streaming. Is there a way in there to go and just view a live stream of a camera?
Yes, sir. So within those event page and trips page I showed you, there will be the capability, hey, I want to see Jaime driving from 2:45 to 2:47 on Tuesday, and you will be able to do that. But that does raise up a couple things that I forgot to touch upon today that I definitely want to call out. So there are SD cards. This is being processed on the edge in terms of the camera, but there is an SD card, standard 128, and I messed it up last time. I want to say gigabytes, not megabytes, gigabytes. And what that allows us to do is give us roughly 60 hours of recording time on that SD card. And what that allows us to do in terms of this instance of live streaming is it needs to be on the SD card so that you can do it. And that, again, that gives you roughly 60 driving hours. It's kind of like those old VCR tapes that it rewrites yourself. So if you want to go see live video, it will need to be within that driving time period. Of course, once it's moved off the edge, off the camera into MyG in the cloud, then you can retrieve those things for 365 days. And if they have been actually coached, they will be in your system forever. Again, those all can be customized. Some fleets want it for shorter times, longer times. But for the live streaming, it is dependent on that SD card and that runtime. So definitely wanted to call that out. The standard is 128. We are working on offering 512 and 1 terabyte options. So if you're looking to extend that runtime or being able to go get that live video, that will be coming soon.
All right, awesome. And so does this camera, does it record when ignition is off, or does it have any wake up internal battery, anything like that?
Yeah, common question, common request. Currently today, it is limited. It does need to be pretty much when the vehicle is on, but we are looking into other modes called Sentry mode to allow for waking up in a parking lot. If someone's trying to break in the car, a large enough G-force to wake up the camera so that you can start recording. But currently not available today, but we are looking into more options for that.
Awesome. All right. And you mentioned at one point an older camera that was only front facing. Is there an option to buy a camera that only has a front facing camera, no in-cab camera?
Absolutely. So that is part of our Go Focus family. So today we're talking about the Go Focus Plus primarily, but there is just the Go Focus that is the road facing only dash cam. It is really meant for the driver exoneration piece. It does help with, privacy and union issues, but it is really meant for the use case of driver exoneration. It does not provide you live streaming. It only records event. It's more event based recording for 4 specific events. And again, it's typically for driver exoneration. And those are, our minor and major collision detection model. So, hey, if we believe driver X got into a collision, it will actually send recording of that. There is on all of our Go Focus family of cameras, the red button you will notice, and that's for event recording in the instance of, hey, someone cut me off. I had to slam on my brakes. I know my manager's going to call me into the office. Let me click the button, send the footage to my manager so that I can say, hey, it wasn't my fault. This guy had cut in front of me. I had to slam on my brakes. What was the fourth one? Oh, and the fourth event that actually sends video for the Go Focus is tailgating. So again, reduction in collisions, we kind of like to say, that is the kind of the main determination of collision risk. If we never get that tailgating to zero in terms of distance between cars, hey, we're not getting into a collision, so we're doing something right. So that is kind of those 4 main use cases for that Go Focus road facing only camera. Like I mentioned, there are some additional options coming for the Go Focus Plus and additional hardware that will kind of give you more of those options for the Go Focus Plus, as well as only having a road facing only. But today, kind of the use case is Go Focus original is for that road facing only. Again, do want to call out, even with the Go Focus Plus, you can disable the in-cabin camera though as well. But for, those strict unions or use cases where it's a non-starter to have any camera in cabin, the Go Focus is a perfect solution.
Awesome. And we did have some questions about audio recording. Does the Go Focus Plus record in-cab audio? Is this... Mm-hmm.
It has the capability. Again, it does come off default off, but yes, you can enable the video recording, and that help the fleet managers in many situations of what's going on. But yes, that option is available, and it can be both turned on and turned off.
All right. And when the camera is when you're out of service, if you're in a dead zone somewhere, what happens? Does it work like a regular Go device does? What does the camera do during that?
Yeah, similar to how the Go device works, the camera will be recording. It will be running on that SD card. And when we actually get to, or when the driver gets into a area that has service, anything that has been collected, any events will be sent up to the cloud.
All right. Awesome. So let's see.
While you're searching, I do want to just call out one other thing. I mentioned it quickly, but I do want to make sure everyone understands. There is a new app available on the Apple and iOS store. It's called Geotab Video App, and this kind of is the mirror driver version that allows them to see everything that their manager is seeing. So again, giving the access to the drivers to understand, hey, you were speeding on Silsby at 2 o'clock, Jamie. There's no arguing. And I go, yeah, I'd like to speed on Silsby. So kind of giving that insight to the drivers, Geotab Video App. I do want to also call out attention. An announcement will be going out early next week that this does not require, but we definitely recommend making sure your clearances are set up. Now that we're getting into video and the privacy and PII, it is definitely dependent on clearances. And I'd call that out because previously the app really wasn't, again, part of the integration process, wasn't matching to MyG clearances. But now, good news, all of those clearances are tying together so that you can make sure that the folks that should see the video are seeing the video and the ones that aren't shouldn't.
Awesome. All right, so I had a couple questions about live streaming, another couple follow-ups, like, is there a limit to how much you can live stream, like at a time, or can you just turn it on and just sort of watch a whole trip if you wanted to? Is there a time limit to that, or is it just based on the SD card?
Yeah, so live streaming, we do not limit it. There is kind of a fair use policy. Like, we do hope that you guys are using this for the intention. We hope that fleet managers aren't just want to watch 24 hours a day. Part of the cool thing about this camera is we are showing you only the events, the behaviors that you really need to coach based on AI. But yes, there is no limit. There's this fair use policy. So I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, awesome. All right, and is there a way to download the video to like your computer without having to take the SD card out and put it into your computer?
Absolutely. So a nice thing, again, back to the privacy security, these are encrypted SD cards, so no one can just grab them, put them in their computer and grab the video. That will be all sent through, MyG, our cloud, through security. And then once it's in the cloud and MyG, those can be, again, those are stored there for a full year. But if you need them longer, they can definitely be downloaded to your personal server and kept forever and ever.
Awesome. That is good news. Let's see if we have any others. There are some questions that I am skipping just for the audience, just that are going to be a little more detailed that we'll follow up with those answers to afterwards. So if I'm skipping your question, we'll get it answered. Don't worry. All right. So I think that. So there were a couple questions about using, some of these advanced features, event management features for other like the Surfsight camera or the video coaching features. Is this something that is available today? Is this something that's going to be available?
Yeah, it's not available today, but we are looking to offer kind of this video coaching, the bounding boxes, the smart sequence to our marketplace partners, just kind of, going along with the whole open ecosystem marketplace partner business that Geotab is. So yes, not today, but we are looking into it, working with the marketplace partners to bring those same capabilities for those cameras as well.
All right, awesome. Well, I think that's we're about at time. Thank you for all the answers, all the information that you gave us today. It's a really cool solution. It's really awesome to see it in action in the database. And so thanks for your time today, Jaime. Thanks for everybody that is here live on the call. Thanks for spending your hour with us. If you want to watch this again, missed any parts, this is going to be recorded and sent out to you. If you're thinking of somebody, one of your, coworkers that they should really watch this, you'll get this recording. You'll be able to send them a link to it. It will be in the community. And feel free to ask any questions that you have in our community, and stay tuned for the next Road Ahead at the end of November. We'll be back again with some new cool things that Geotab is up to. So enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks for your time, everybody.